But let's say you want to play, and remember, I'm introducing this as if you don't know how to play a double stroke roll, okay? So sure, you could play this. But we're not covering that yet. So we're just doing single stroke rolls. So here is another way of using this triplet thing on the actual drum set itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the accented notes on a tom. So I'm going to do my right accents on here and my left accents on here. So I'll just play very slowly. Okay, so that's pretty simple. But what it does is it allows you to think about the accents, or I should say play the accents without thinking about them. So this is kind of an almost what you would do if you're having trouble with just a snare drum. Let's put the accents on the toms. And you don't have to hit them any harder. Just think of those as the accents. Okay, so now let's put the accents on a different part of the snare drum. So here, draw a little tom here and draw a little tom here mentally, and here's your snare drum. So let's do that. Okay, so then what you do is you just bring those toms closer to the center, bring your snare drum closer to the center, and before you know it, you're right in there, okay? Now, going back out into the toms, this enables you to do all sorts of things on the actual drum set using just this really one of the most basic rudiments you could possibly think of. And as a matter of fact, I don't even think it's one of the 26 rudiments. I mean, I don't know them that much, but I don't think that accented triplets is one of the rudiments. But anyway, it's just a single stroke roll using the accents. Okay, so let's see how we can actually use this. The one thing we can do is just by way of demonstration. If you play slow single strokes on the snare, okay? Let's call those eighth notes. And then you play twice as fast as that. Let's call those 16th notes. Then if you play eighth note triplets, which is kind of between the eighths and the 16ths, without accents, okay? It's so it's that sort of thing. We can insinuate again a kind of a polyrhythm by playing just this initial thing that I said. Okay, so now we're going to turn them into triplets. So it's going to be 1.5 times faster just by inserting a bass drum in between every two notes. So let's go like that. And I'm still only playing this fast. Okay, so now I want to turn it into twice as fast. I put 2 bass notes in between each other. So let's try that. Okay, so just by knowing how to play and to be able to play a triplet and a quadruplet, you can play all these different things just by playing exactly the same pattern. And so this is what I started kind of late drumming, so I needed to develop practices that used 3 or 4 different concepts all at the same time, so I could develop them all at the same time. So I wasn't just playing, I was also practicing my triplets. And then I'm practicing my quadruplets. And all the time I'm still playing. That's the base of the beat. And that's just with 2 toms and a snare. So, you know, you can play. And you can just throw it all around like that and play all kinds of different. It's just a single stroke roll with accents. Okay, so it's just single stroke triplets. So work on those.